Welcome to the Bayou Country Music Association show, brought to you by our partners with Southern Sound Outfitters, and we are also proud members of the Texas Country Music Association. Today's show, I got a very special guest, a Louisiana artist, Mr. Josh Blaze. He's got a new song with us that he brought in today. How's it going, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, we're doing good, trying to stay cool out here. It's hot as hell down here in southern Louisiana.
Oh, it's hot up here too, brother.
Man, I wanted to get you in for a while, man, and give the listeners and give our people, a little background of you and stuff. We had featured your previous single a while back on our list, and it did some good things, man, for you. But we want to get you a little background, man. Where are you originally from? You from the southern Louisiana area?
Yeah, I'm actually from around the central Louisiana, man. I'm from a small town, Elizabeth, Louisiana. It's about 45 minutes south of Alexandria, Oakdale area. Most people think I'm from Lake Charles. I moved to Lake Charles to go to McNeese State University when I graduated, and kind of just hung around there ever since. But I'm actually from a small town called Elizabeth, Louisiana.
Know it very well, man. I'm from that small town type of deal too myself. So Elizabeth, I very much know it. My grandfather actually worked out of there, man. That's awesome, man. So, at what age did you start singing or want to, maybe have music in your life, man?
Oh man, I grew up on some good music. I've always had a love for music. Keith Whitley, George Jones, Hank Williams, Travis Tritt was always one of my favorites. Alan Jackson. And even other stuff, AC/DC, Leonard Skinner, Bob Seger, stuff like that I grew up on. So I always had a love for music. But I don't know, man, I really had no plan to play music, and I was drinking with my buddies at a bar called Huddle Up back in the college days, and we do karaoke and all this, and I'd get good responses, and had a young lady come up to me one time and said, tell her I need you to start playing guitar and shows and all this and that, and kind of picked it up from there, and learned to play guitar, and had a good backing with some good guys, and here I am.
Well, man, ain't nothing wrong with that at all, brother. I mean, I have to say, listening to your sound, you sound a lot like you fall in the category, man, of that Brantley Gilbert, Frank Foster rock and roll sound, country rock, man. I love the sound, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm not a hater of no music. I'm not one of them guys that runs around bashing pop country or bro country or anything. But I mean, my stylistically fits me best. Yes, the outlaw southern rock kind of upbeat thing. I try to keep it between the old school and mix some new school into it. You have to. I mean, it's a fine way of adapting with the times. I guess you could say you kind of got to move with the times, or you're not gonna move at all.
Yeah, definitely, and I guess I said that wrong. I didn't mean that, folks, in the sense of his music is in the same, has to be that same style. I mean, his voice is in that category of those guys, because, I mean, those guys don't just sing one. Brantley Gilbert is a vocalist of variety. He has, obviously some great slow songs as well. So, Josh definitely has the vocals to fall in that category, man. You're a great vocalist.
I appreciate it, man. It's hard work. People think you just get up on stage and sing and strum a guitar, and it's so much. Anybody who plays music, knows it's so much more than that. I've never ever bashed. I've been to some places and heard some people that I wasn't fond of, but I admire anybody who gets up in front of people and has put in the work to learn to play guitar and learn to sing songs and learn to know songs like the back of their hand, because you have to in order to play music. It's not just hopping up there and singing karaoke off of a screen.
No, man, it definitely is a lot of work that goes into it, and much appreciated and much recognized, man. Now, this current single that you just dropped through, radio and Apple Music, Spotify, the whole nine, it's actually just made his debut actually on charts and on our top 30, man. It's called Different Kind of Outlaws. We have it with us today to play But give us a little background on that, man.
Oh man, I was in the hunt for a new song, and I was planning on writing most of my songs off of my EP. EP we're currently in the studio working on, and I was kind of at a roadblock as to what I wanted to go with. My first song was kind of a slower song, so I kind of wanted more something upbeat. And I went on a vacation to Cancun, and got in our rooms, and it might have been 4 or 5 o'clock, and it wasn't real late in the evening. And got up to our room, which was on the 12th story, and the way the resort was all the condos surrounded the pool, so everywhere anybody in the condo could see down to the pool. And we get up to the room, like I said, it's 11th or 12th story, and from the top of the 12th story, you could hear somebody screaming Luke Combs songs in the pool. So sure enough, I look down, and there's a fella with a red Luke Combs hat on backward, about chest deep in water, double fisting, both drinks in the air, singing Luke Combs to the top of his lungs. And it wasn't pretty by no means, but to hear that the first time you step in Mexico is a treat. And I ended up going down, and I said I had to be friends with this guy.
Well, of course.
And yeah, and I went down and got me a drink and introduced myself, and we got to talking, and then I come out and asked him a little while. I said, man, you got to be from Texas or Arkansas or Louisiana or somewhere down south. And nothing against nobody, from anywhere that's not in the South. It's just that the persona he put off, it just kind of, reminded me of us. And he said, no, man, I'm from the heart of California. I said, and I immediately thought he was joking. I said, no, there's no way. I said, where are you really from? He's like, no, I'm seriously from California. I'm from San Diego. I said, oh, man. And he kind of inspired me to write a song. And if you listen to the song, it's taking somebody with the same, with a different lifestyle and comparing contrasting it to your own, as the part of the whiskey says, part of the song says, you like homemade wine and
well, man, don't ruin it for him. I'll let you just introduce him. We'll play the real thing for him, man.
Yeah, you want to play it now?
Yes, sir. We'll jump right into it.
All right, man. This is Josh Blaze, my new single, and this is called Different Kind of Outlaws.
Made a friend traveling through big city town, seeing how they got down when a good man took us in, showed us around, took us downtown. He took us dancing and clubbing, bought us booze they call bubbly, put some suits on, let some city girls take them all. Cause we all like to party, like to stay up, like to drink till we're buzzing, bad girls and good loving. We ain't really that different from all of y'all. You like champagne on ice, and we like homemade wine, respecting blue lights and believing our rights. The same kind of Red Bull things as all of y'all, just some different kind of outlaws. Called the city man down to Arlen and showed him around to a different sound. He took him hunting and fishing, honky-tonkin', cow-tipping, put some jeans on, met some country girls, and cut off. Cause we all like to party, like to stay up, like to drink till we're buzzing, bad girls and good loving. We ain't really that different from all of y'all. We like to fight for our family and fight for our friends. Trust me, boy, it ain't no different in the sticks. The same kind of Red Bull things as all of y'all, just some different kind of outlaws. Just some different kind of outlaws. Different kind of. We all like to party, like to stay up, like to drink till we're buzzing, bad girls and good loving. We ain't really that different We like to fight for our family and fight for our friends. Trust me, boy, it ain't no different in the sticks. The same kind of Red Bull things is all in y'all. Just some different kind of outlaws. Just another kind of outlaw. We're just some different kind of outlaws.
Different Kind of Outlaws, man. I like that, by Josh Blaze. And I made the reference earlier of Brantley Gilbert, man. That one reminds me almost of Country Must Be Countrywide, man. But that's a great song, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's in the same key. D's my favorite.
Well, that's a great song. You can get it on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, every music outlet. Request it on your radio stations. Go listen to it on our Spotify BCMA Top 30 playlist, and you know the drill. So, Josh, what's your plans, man, for the summer? You got a new single out. What you got planned, man?
Oh man, the first part of the year we've been focused on we've been writing and kind of hustling some stuff, some surprise stuff for the EP. We're actually in the studio now working on the EP. We got a track we've kind of made public in the last 2 weeks. Jacob Bryant, if you know who he is, you actually did an interview with him last week. He wrote it, and it's called Forever, and I've got a lot of good feedback from that, Mr. Jacob Bryant. Daniel Lee, if you don't know who Daniel Lee is, you need to go check him out. But they wrote it together, and Jacob, his album was full, and he pitched it to me, and he felt like it would be good for vocally for me, and it was kind of stylistically fit me, and I love it. Mr. Josh Phillips, if you don't know who Josh Phillips is, he wrote a handful of songs for Luke Combs. He's on tour with Brantley Gilbert right now. I actually get a cut of the songs from Josh Phillips that he wrote about 5 years ago. It's probably personally one of the better written songs that I've ever even heard. I was super excited when I found out I got to cut it. And we're gonna throw a couple cover songs on the EP too, man. Different Kind of Outlaws will be on it, but we're gonna throw a couple surprise covers on the EP too. So we're excited, man. Get a lot of good feedback from everything so far, and hoping it continues.
Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, Jacob's a great guy. I'm a huge fan of his. Obviously, you go check out that interview if you haven't heard it, guys. And yeah, Josh Phillips, he's on our. We have a Southeast playlist on our Spotify, and his Fixer Uppers on there. He's another great guy. I know my buddy Corey Adams with Swamp Assassin. That's a good friend of his. We try to get him on the show probably later on in this year, man. He's a great artist. So that's some good names to have in your court to say, man. So this EP is going to be good, folks. I can't wait. Is that going to be probably end of the year, or are you thinking next year?
Man, we're looking. Honestly, we're probably looking at September. I think I got something in the works right now. I can't really spill. Something really big. I'm trying to give you something without giving you too much, but I'm hoping on a co-album release party is all I can say. That it's still in the works right now. I should know something here within the week. Got my fingers crossed and saying some big prayers for big for me and my band.
Awesome.
But if that's the case, it'll be in September. If not, we're going to arrange something. We're going to try to arrange something with a few artists. I know I talked to a couple guys, Cody Forrest, Mr. Clay Cormier, Mr. Ashton Dupre, about doing maybe just a big album release party with a bunch of local guys. Because I feel like we have so much local talent here in the southern states, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. It's hard to waste talent, and
yeah, man.
It needs to be seen. So we're planning on something in that field if my big thing don't land.
Oh yeah, man, that's definitely the truth. There's no shortage of talent around the southern area, and you definitely have big things coming for a reason, man. Much deserved. Now, do you have to keep up with all your stuff? You keep up with your social medias? You have Instagram, Facebook, all that?
Yeah, I have Instagram, a Facebook. It's at Josh Blaze Music. I'm currently currently paying somebody to run YouTube. I have no idea how to upload videos. I'm about more than 50 years too late behind technology. So they're supposed to get the YouTube videos up and rolling. We're actually a sponsor I just recently picked up, a Southern Cooler Co. We're going to do something pretty cool starting, I believe, next week. Actually, we're going to call it Southern Cooler Sessions, and once a week we're going to sit on a cooler and promote the cooler, and do a cover or an original like a snippet song and post it to all the social medias, YouTube. So we kind of got that to look forward to. So to kind of get people out, because I don't post a lot on social media. It's not something that I do. I don't blow my stuff up. I know some guys do, and that's cool. That's their thing. It's never been really, social media is just behind for me, really.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with that, but definitely if there's big news, he does post it, so we will tag all the links to that, man, and on this podcast, and you definitely want to keep up to date with that, because he's got some potentially big news he wants to drop, so we can't disclose. He don't want to disclose, but big things coming for Josh Blaze for the end of the year, folks. Check out his new song. Check out his upcoming news, and he's got some EP coming out, man, with some big names that helped him out with it, man. So, man, we really appreciate you coming on, Josh.
Appreciate it, man. Y'all be sure to catch me and Clay Cormier, one of my favorite artists, mainstream or independent. Me and him's going to be in New Iberia September 7th. I got a lot of stuff coming up here. I'm announced here in a few weeks when the Ohio, West Virginia, PA area, going to Nashville in November and December. A lot of good stuff coming up. Working on some stuff with Mr. Todd O'Neill, Mr. Geith Rigdon, Mr. Josh Phillips, Mr. Jacob Bryant. Me and him's talking about getting something together early next year, and just kind of stay tuned to this social media thing that I don't like doing, and stay up to date. Working on some new merchandise right now. To try to get out to everybody. Just stay tuned, man.
Man, there are big things coming for Josh Blaze for the rest of 2018, guys. Y'all stay tuned for that, and y'all stay tuned to the Bayou Country Music Association show. Thanks, guys. Had a great time talking with Josh Blaze, great up-and-coming artist from Louisiana, doing big things there with some big names, man. Jacob Bryant, Josh Phillips on his helping him with that EP coming out, man. So you definitely want to keep your eyes on Josh Blaze. We always thank our sponsors and friends at the end of each podcast. Southern Sound Outfitters, they've been with us since day one, and we support them. They have a brand new website, southernsoundoutfitters.com. Brand new shiny website with some new stuff, some lady tanks for the summer, new designs. And they also have a hat sale. Enter in the promo code capital B, capital C, capital M, capital A 20 at checkout and get 20% off of your total price. That's capital, all caps now, BCMA 20 at checkout in the promo box, and you get 20% off. Southern Sound Outfitters, create your own stage. Swamp Assassin, check out their website. They got some new fishing shirts out right now. Check out their frogging shirts. They got restocked in all your favorite hat designs, the retriever patches, the ranch series, all your favorites with some new designs. Check them out at swampassassin.com. Also the Cajun cotton shirts in the print shop underground tab. All of the above. Great merchandise at swampassassin.com. It's hot, it's summertime, you need a good ice chest. You don't feel like paying crazy prices, want to support a local business, check our buddies out with Swamp Gear Rotomolded ice chests. These things are durable, these things are rugged, these things look good, and they also can be custom engraved. Check out all the different size options, all the colors online at swampshop.com. There's a locally owned business out of Louisiana. Check them out. swampshop.com. Also want to thank our sponsors with Wild Lane Apparel. These ladies have outdone themselves with apparel. They have everything from shirts, ball caps, leather goods, jewelry, anything to do with the Red Dirt, Texas music, Oklahoma, the whole Red Dirt scene of music, it is some great apparel, some great merchandise. Check it out at wild, LANETX.com. Check out those social medias. Great Oklahoma-owned business. Great merchandise. Check them out. Also, we'd have to thank our venue sponsors, Cowboys in Lafayette, Louisiana. Cowboys Nightclub. Great place to go listen to some live music on the weekends. They have some great shows lined up. To keep up with all their upcoming shows and artists, follow them on Facebook, Instagram, even Twitter, or go check them out on their website calendar at cowboyslafayette.com. Also, Silver Saloon in Terrell, Texas. Great place to go listen to some great country music. To keep up with all their events and live music, keep up with their Facebook page, their Instagram, and their Twitter at the Silver Saloon in Terrell, Texas. Well, like I said, we are very proud members of the Texas Country Music Association, and we are excited for October when the Texas Country Music Awards will be held at the Will Rogers Auditorium in Fort Worth. This year marks the second year, and it is going to be a good time. Get your tickets now online at the Texas Country Music Association.org. Be sure and get them today. It's going to be a great time, and that is a great organization doing big things. Another organization doing big things out of Texas is the Rodeo Time Incorporated and the Winnebago Rodeo Company, owned by Dale Brisby. Check out DaleBrisby.com and get yourself some Dale wear. We thank you guys for tuning in, and if you would like to be mentioned on the Bayou Country Music Association show or advertised on our show or website, please send us an email at BayouCountryMusic.com featuring your company or organization and your contact information, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys for listening to this episode, and we will see you down the road.